hello, beloved souls. It is Woke Wednesday. Happy June, right? Can you believe it? 6 month in a 6 year. Love, beauty, finance being highlighted at this time. We just had a beautiful new moon in Gemini. We're heading into the summer solstice. A lot of things have shifted. Mercury's out of retrograde. Venus is in its home sign of Taurus. And Mars in Aries, its home sign. So a lot of powerful energies. I think I've mentioned this already, but it's kind of like a whole new year again, right? So really take this time to like put out into the universe what you want to manifest. Like, what do you want your life to look like in the next 6 to 18 months? Allow this time to really support you and manifesting those changes and that growth, right? Again, love, beauty, and finances will be highlighted during this month. So how can you tap into those energies, right? And allow those energies to support you at this time. Let's see. So thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here with me and all the rest of the light workers, way showers, shamans, witches, warlocks, however you label yourself. We're all here for the greatest good and the highest good of all. What do we need to know right now, angels? Thank you. Awakening. Got that right. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration, right? Many of us have been feeling this within our physical vessel, right? As these new upgrades and these shifts have been going on. I know that there's been a lot of activations going on within like the sacral chakra. I feel like across the globe, people are really dealing with this. The divine masculine collective in having to tap into that intuitive energy and trusting it, and the divine feminine energy of having to make sure that energy has been healed, right? Because there's been a lot of trauma associated with our sacral chakras as well as our root chakra. Really, the lower three, root, sacral, and solar plexus, have all been getting major upheavals, upgrades as well. Um, there's been a lot of light energy coming onto the planet. The eclipses really came in to shake things up, right? So a lot of you are going to be having your activations. Well, all right, we got throat chakras clearings going on. Activations during dream state. A lot of communication shifts are going to be going on. Many of you are not going to even recognize yourselves after all of this is said and done. That's funny. Ooh, Pleiades, yeah, double mission, channeling and uplifting energy, right? Channeling and uplifting humanity. So you're a light worker, right? You came in here to do your job for you as to expand your soul and your growth or whatever, but you also came out to help the planet, right? When we do the things that are in alignment with our soul and our truth and our goals and our desires and our happily ever afters, that raises our vibration and also raises the vibration of those around us. The more people that are tapped into that energy across the globe, right, the more then we're causing a ripple effect out throughout the globe. One person that's tapped in to their energies and into alignment and to their truth and their divinity are more powerful than a million that are not, right? So the more that you focus your energies in your channel, and you're getting support right now from the Palladians, thank you to the Palladian star family supporting you at this time, right? That is helping not only change your life and the life of your direct family and tribe, but also humanity, right? It's like a pebble in the pond. You throw one pebble and watch it ripple out. That is the effect that you have when you're standing in your truth and your power. So what can you do as a beautiful light worker that lightens up your soul, that makes you feel good about yourself, your choices, your decisions, right? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, good. I thought it was a lot of flips. It's just this one flip. The ever unfolding rose, cracked open, is happening for you, not to you, right? It can feel a little scary as you're going through this awakening, right? Many of you are coming out of the dark night of the soul, it's looking like, right? And when I went through my first conscious dark night of the soul, I literally thought I was dying. I thought I was losing my mind. I didn't know what the fuck was wrong with me. I couldn't stop crying. I couldn't like really just I just it was like a life like movie review was going on like in front of me, and I was just seeing like all of my fucked up shit. All, and I'm like, and not like in a way of like judgment, like you're a horrible person, but like this was an unhealthy relationship. This is where you could have did better. Here's where you need to make better choices. This is you at a low. This is when you're like shining bright, like this is how people are seeing you, this is how you're looking at yourself, this is how you're showing up in the world. Like it was like that kind of life review. um and it was kind of traumatic. I had just become a new mother. My babies were toddlers, literally like still in diapers, while I was going through this huge energetic shift. I was in a place where I didn't really know anyone because I had just moved from my hometown. And I was going through this huge energetic upheaval in order to be propelled forward. Now, did I know that at the time? No. But the move out of state and being isolated at that time and really having quiet time to just sit and be with my own energies was what I needed at that time in order to move forward. Has it gotten easier? No. I've had a couple of other dark nights of the soul since then, and I've gone through a lot of shifts and upheaval since that point. Still am in the middle of a lot of those transitions. But in hindsight, it's what's happening to help strengthen you. It's happening to help grow you. It's happening to make you a better person. Like, you needed those awarenesses in order to help people. You needed to see those shadow parts of yourself in order to be more of a light worker. Like, I needed to have those things. So even though it may hurt and you may feel like you're freaking dying, I literally thought I was dying. Like, I went to the hospital, like I thought I was having a heart attack because I thought I was dying. I didn't know about fucking heart chakras and that they would be opening and that I was gonna feel like death. Like, I didn't know that was a thing, but it's a thing. It's a thing. You're not alone. It's a thing. And you angels and guides. What else? What else do the light workers need to know about this month of June, the solstice, all this goodness? Oh, warrior woman. Saw this earlier. Have you answered your calling? We're all being called forward. And I'm not saying it's not scary. I'm not saying it's not going to hurt a little bit. I'm not saying that it's not going to look a little dim and dark. And I'm not saying that you're not going to feel like you're losing your fucking mind. I'm not saying any of that. Instead of you answer the call. When I tried to deny the call, and I did, I mean, listen, when I tell you I was not with this, like, oh, let's do the spirituality game. Sorry, my hair is irritating the hell out of me right now. I don't know, it's because I'm hot. I just feel oily. Sorry. Um, but when I tried to ignore this whole like spirituality thing, and I was in the restaurant business. I thought I was just good doing that. Everything started falling apart. And I mean everything. Like, couldn't get a job, could barely get an interview. Like, it was like, why are things complicated now? Like I can't get a job like in a restaurant. Like, I was like boggled. Like, I was like so confused. I could not understand what the hell was going on. And I was like trying everything in my power to not do this stuff, to not make spirituality like a prior. Like, I was not trying to do that because I have a temper. And I'm like, if somebody says the wrong thing about God or Yeshua, I might punch them in the mouth. And I don't see that as really being the life of a spiritual leader and teacher. God, I think you know, you dialed the wrong number, homie. He's looking at me and I'm looking at him like, and so everything that I kept trying to do outside of that, I mean, it was cute, here or there. I think, yeah, cute. Nothing long lasting. Nothing long lasting. This path, when I got on this path, nothing but support, right? And I'm like, funny, funny. When I became ordained as a minister, anyone who knows me knows that I'm not religious, right? Spiritual, I'm not religious. I was raised Baptist Methodist, but I'm not a religious person. I'm not confined that way, right? Like, there's so much good structure and foundational teachings for me in that, but I've learned in the years of working with the ascended masters and spiritual teachers across and tapping in with the Most High directly that it's much bigger than that, right? So this was not a thing for me, right? Like, being a minister would not, I'm like, you want me to be what? But that was the guidance I kept receiving. Like, yeah, that's something you need to do. And I was like, why would you want me, Miss Potty Mouth Sailor, temper tantrum, hostile Aries from Harlem, to do this full time for people? And then and literally, but I kept receiving the same messages over the years and was like, because you talk in a way that certain people are going to listen. Like, there's a group that needs to hear this from you. There's a group that's waiting for this message from you. The reason that you tap into the energies this way is because they resonate with you. So it's not about being different. It's about doing what you do as you do it so that they can resonate with you. You know, my one of my girlfriends calls the things that I do, she calls them hood sermons, right? Because we have beautiful conversations about the Bible, but to me, you got to know your audience. You know what I mean? I'm talking to a whole bunch of drug dealers and people on the street in the hood, and I need to speak to them in a way that they're going to relate. So I'm talking to them in the hood about stories in the hood that I know will have a biblical reference or a biblical understanding or a scriptural like connotation, and I know that they'll get it. It's the same. It's the same with the words that I use, right? Am I going to be sitting here talking about connotations when I'm talking to my 9 and 10 year old? No, no. You know, but you got to know your audience. On this channel, I do the Enlightened Daughter, and everything is really metaphysical. On my soul sex channel, although it's metaphysical because it's obviously soul sex, it's also very physical because it's about sex in the physical vehicle, right? So we're having two very different conversations. And I know that when I'm having a conversation over there, it's going to be a little bit more explicit and sexually based. And when I'm having conversations over here, we're talking about chakras, we're talking about energy, we're talking about angels, we're talking about unicorns, we're talking about fairies, and we're talking about a lot of really dope magical shit over here, right? That people that are in the woo woo crowd get it, right? Those of us that are light workers and waitshowers and witches and warlocks and shamans and twin flames and soul flames and whatever the label is, right? Like that's what we're all doing. And we're all being called forward to step into this. And when I started stepping into this and stop making excuses for myself and stop trying to think that I could outthink the divine and that maybe that this wasn't actually a part of my soul contract because I'm being guided to do what I signed up to do. It's not like the Most High is coming in and being like, no, I'm picking you out of this crowd to go do the shit. Like, no, we wanted to do this ahead of time and we got off track. And so now my angels and guides are being like, all right, bitch, well, you came in to be a spiritual teacher. And yeah, you worked over here, you got these leadership skills. You worked over here, you got these organization skills. You worked over here, you did this. You did, all right, you got all this stuff in all these different areas of life to be who you needed to be, which is here, right here, talking to people about this, doing this, sharing your light with the world, helping as many people as you can. That is what you're called to do. So why are you not doing what you signed up to do? Keep doing that other stuff and nothing is going to work because that's not what you want to do. Your guides are guiding you back to the dictates of your own soul. Are you answering the calling of the things that you decided as a soul? You came here and incarnated to do these things. I know now, and I've stepped into this truth that I've come to be a spiritual teacher and leader, and to show people that there is another way. You know, I know that, and I love my relationship with Yeshua. I also love my relationship with Mary Magdalene. But when I was in the church, Mary Magdalene was not a good person to relate to. You know what I mean? So I had to start looking deeper, reading the spiritual text for myself, tapping into the energies for myself, connecting with the ascended masters and the ancestors myself, and asking directly to be guided, asking the Holy Spirit to reveal to me what needed to go on. Stop getting interpretations from people that were living through their egoic mind, right? And not saying that there aren't people here that can help you. I'm saying that you need to be really discerning in the information that you're getting. I'm saying that if you're being called to do something, then stop thinking that it's some sort of a punishment and understand that you're being called to do what you've always wanted to do. And the more you step into it, the more supported you will be by the universe. That is guaranteed. Woo! All right, let's get another card. They're giving me stories for y'all today. I don't know. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. Talk about it. The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits. Soul Tribe. You are not alone. You are never alone. I told you there's a whole bunch of us in this woo woo community that are coming together. Your light, your gift has a resonance. When you show up, right? Like I had to show up, then you give people the permission to also show up in their authenticity, also show up for themselves, right? Also show up in their own truth and their own light. When I showed up for me, God showed up for me, the angels showed up for me, the ancestors showed up for me. And not saying that they weren't there before, but I wasn't aware that I had as much support because I was on my bullshit, right? I was on my 3D path. I thought that that was what it was. And when I was like, you know what, God, like, if this is what we doing, cool. Just make sure me and my kids are always taken care of, and I'll do whatever. Just lead me the way. And hasn't missed a beat yet. Not a meal, not nothing. So take that how you want to take it. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to be changed? Literally get your life. That's what that is. Get your life, call on your soul tribe. Things are happening, things are changing. Be open to it. Life is happening for you. This is a gift. And again, these things are happening for you. All right? For you. All right, angels and guys, let's get one final message for the beautiful light workers, for the woo woo. Woo woo. Courage, of course. That beautiful purple, too. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Listen, I'm not saying this is an easy path to walk. I'm not. It's not. It's not. It takes courage in me every day to show up and to stand in this path and to not just do some basic shit and just take the easy route. I'll say that. You know what I mean? Um, because I can easily just go back to the 3D world and keep doing what I was doing and separate myself energetically. But I know that if I do that, that I'm disappointing myself, that I'm shortchanging all the other people that incarnated at this time to show up to support me in this endeavor. And I'm shortchanging my family too because I'm doing all of this to help create a legacy. So the minute I give up, how many others did I just blow it for? You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, as my angels and guides reminded me when I went through a whole list of reasons as to why I should not be a spiritual teacher, a minister, on the spiritual path at all. I mean, I gave them a list. For like 2 days, I was going through everything I could possibly think of. And my team of light, they, they're like me, sarcastic, but they're patient. They let me talk. For 2 days, I went through a list. And I mean, I thought I was being really creative. It's all the reasons why I should not be in the spiritual path. And after I was finally said and done, I thought I had exhausted every possibility. Listen, I was motherfucking proud of myself. Like, yeah, I'm good. We good. God, was confused. It's fine. He dialed the wrong number. We good. We gonna go back to what we was doing. Um, I literally could hear it clear as day. Are you done? I was like, first of all, watch your tone. But yeah, I'm done. And all I heard was, it's not about you. And it was like a punch in the stomach. Punch in the stomach. I was like, YouTube everything on almost a daily basis, right? Not about you. The messages I pull, not about me. The time that I spend, not about me. This is an energy exchange. That is my task to channel energies and to share them with the collective. Who receives them is who receives them. I'm not here to do algorithms. I'm not here to do like big marketing schemes. I'm here to channel energies and to just keep showing up and being obedient to the guidance that I'm receiving from my soul because my soul is guiding me back to the things that I signed up for before I incarnated. It really is that simple. Sorry if I look so tired and exhausted, guys. I'm exhausted. I got negative sleep because there's so much going on with these activations, but there's a lot of clearings happening within. I know I was doing a reading the other day and my head was like boom, boom, boom. And I was like, okay, third eye, here we go. So I know within the sacral chakra, I know within the third eye, and I know within the throat chakra, there's been a lot of healings and clearings going on. So just stay the course, hydrate, rest as much as you can. Really honor your body and know that the areas that are being cleared out is just where like it's stuck within our like lineage or stuck within our DNA or even stuck within the collective, right? Like a lot of the shifts and the ascension symptoms that we receive in our physical vessel aren't necessarily always our own. It's sometimes the stuff that we're clearing from the collective, and sometimes we're clearing stuff from our own like DNA from our generations. So just honor and rest, honor and rest, honor and rest is all I can really say. A ton of meditation and chakra clearings on YouTube. I actually do. There's one that I do every day. It takes 11 minutes just to clear basic 7 chakras and just to get them in alignment, right? And to support you during this time. If you happen to have any crystals like calcite, right? Like put that in a little spring water and leave it overnight. Yes, it does dissolve, but drinking that water will help you to really like just transmute and embody these light plasma energies that are coming in. Himalayan pink salt will also work as well. So just do whatever you can to really support your body. Bottom of the deck, self-esteem. All right. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. I'm gonna say it again. It's not about you. Handling and uplifting humanity, right? Because it benefits you and others. Dual mission, dual mission. And I know it's a lot to go through. I get it. Find the inner strength. Answer the call. You got this. All right? You really do. I love you. God loves you, and angels surround you. Later, my beloveds.